Good morning, everyone. How are you? Hope you're well. Hope you're happy. Hope you're safe. Hope you're warm. Actually, saying that, I've just been out and it's not warm, it's cold. So if you can, try and stay in, because unless you want a nice walk, but it's pretty chilly out there and we haven't got snow. So I'm seeing all over the place, everyone's posting their snow pictures and no. But that's okay, that's fine. I'm just going to do your reading instead, okay? So this is your Sunday General Tarot reading for no fixed sign, so whatever sun, moon, rising, Venus, Jupiter you are, this is all for you. And if it doesn't resonate, that's absolutely fine. Watch me on Tuesday evening because I'll be doing another one of these, different energy, different vibes, that type of thing. Sometimes they follow on, sometimes they're completely different, okay? But that is that. In your pre-shuffle, you had the Five of Swords, which is interesting. So let's see if it comes up again. But let's go ahead with this. Just to say, I've had to cancel my Tuesday evening class about raising your vibration, but I will be doing it in the next couple of weeks. It's just because I've been squeezing it in too much. I've got a lot going on with my holistic work and new things coming in, so I don't want to rush anything. So I will be posting a new date later on this evening, so don't feel you've missed out on that. And I will announce it, okay? Along with a new feature which is coming onto my page starting next week. But you'll see what that is soon. Okay, so let's have a look. Let's see what's coming up. So just connecting now. So I'm going to ask Spirit, your guides. I'm going to say what is coming up for my questioners, which is you. What's coming up? Oh, okay, not quite ready. What is coming up with you? What are my wonderful questioners being represented by in the first instance? This is your position. Wow, what a position that is as well. So it's the Ace of Swords. This is a good one, guys. And the fact that it's in your position starting off, happy days. I'll tell you why now. Aces, new phase, new beginnings. Not new beginnings like starting again from scratch, but a new beginning with regards to a new phase you're entering into with regards to your mind, how you're working towards things. You could have felt in a bit of a slump, and now you're switching things up for yourself, okay? Or there could be some opportunities coming in for you, which is allowing you to get to where you need to be, okay? Aces are always good, whatever they are. Swords, cups, wands, whatever, okay? But this is a wonderful one. And I just feel the old is being kind of flitted away, let's say, and the new is coming in, but it's starting up here. It's not necessarily an action. It's not necessarily you going out to do something. Although being productive is a really good kind of energy with this card. So you might have, say, if you need a job, you might be going after more jobs, or if you've got a dream, if you've got a goal, you might be proactive and putting the action plan together. So there's no movement as such, but it's you getting focused, you getting the drive back almost, okay? I always link this card to vision boards, because when people tell me that they are doing a vision board, they'll generally get this out somewhere, okay? So the Ace of Swords, great start, great focus, great direction, good on you, okay? So whatever you've been going through, it's showing itself to be very fruitful, okay? Now, the outside influence, though, is the Ten of Wands. Either somebody you're dealing with, whether that be a person, in a relationship, friends, colleagues, whatever, could be very stressed, but spreading them out too thinly, not delegating, okay? That can have a knock-on effect with your energy. Someone's stressed or taking on too much responsibility, but not kind of spreading it all out. You could end up feeling stressed because of that. So that could be what that Five of Swords was in the pre-shuffle, because it's not showing up here. This isn't you being stressed. But the Five of Swords is, it could be a bit of a battle of wills. So what I would say is somebody, we call this the Lord of Welcomed Burden. So it's not stresses that they can't handle because they've got so much coming their way. It's stresses that they're taking on themselves. Welcomed burden isn't like don't go near me burden, but that's not your problem, guys. If somebody is acting a lot more stressed than what they need to, whilst it's okay to acknowledge it and it's okay to say, okay, well, I'm here if you need me, you can't force anything. You can't force somebody to take your help. You can't force somebody to let you put a bit of a hand in, the wheel type thing and has helped them steer it. They've got to do it themselves. But have that sense of separation, because if you involve yourself too much in the stresses of somebody else, you're going to end up feeling quite down and stressed. And you don't want to waver this ace energy, okay? If this isn't with a person, this could be an outside situation that seems a lot more stressful. I can't speak today. A lot more stressful than what it really is. So be objective. And I feel as you are being the Ace of Swords here, this is very, very great card to show that you won't be diving into the stresses, basically meaning you're going to see it for what it is. So if there is a situation you think, oh God, this is really stressful, that you may have done before, you can think, actually, it's not that bad, because if I look at it this way, then there's an option, there's a solution, and it's taking the pressure off, basically. So that's what I would say with this card. So it's not stress, it's not a real stress, it's a welcome stress, okay? And that can take practice sometimes, especially if we're used to having something to worry about, if we're used to having to deal with something. It's a lot more easier to spin the plates and think negative than it is to take action, okay? But you're doing it anyway. So just be mindful of this Ten of Wands energy is what I will say. Can you hear my little sounds over there? Helps me tune in. Helps me tune in. The star, you, Aquarian energy. So this is around about now. You are an ace and you are a star. Whatever you're being taken action with, you're going to get what you wish for, guys. This is exactly what the star is. I love it when the star comes up. It's a karmic, beautiful karmic wish. I said before with the Ace of Swords how, for a while it could have been a bit of a slog. Something's changing. There is a bit of stress from an outside influence. Yes, okay, but life is like that, isn't it? But it's nothing's going to stop you because you end up being the star. So with this, what is it you really want? What are you working towards? What are you being objective towards? How are you thinking? What is your mind getting rid of? And what is your mind keeping? What is your mind growing? Because you're going to get it. We have a full moon. I think it's on the 28th. So this releasing of what no longer serves you on a mind level, use the moon's energy. It's going to be in Leo, so it's getting rid of things you cannot control, okay? Maybe it's these stresses, this delegating, this taking too much on. Drop some of them sticks, guys, because you can't literally see what is in front of you. Or if this is another person, just point it out to them, but don't become involved in it, because you don't want to disrupt this beautiful energy of the star. So if you've felt out of balance on a mind level, feeling low, anxious, this shows you're going to get that beautiful balance between your spiritual side and your physical waking life. Some of you may have done a lot of shadow work, and you need to congratulate yourself for that. Do never forget yourself. Never forget yourself. You're always very, very good at, championing other people, but we never look at ourselves. We should. The future you. Well, Tarot has spoken. The divine has spoken. And it's interesting. So the future you is two cards. You've got the Two of Swords and you've got the Nine of Cups. Now this is extremely interesting, guys. I do like this combination. Now the Two of Swords can mean, it's not the most positive card of the deck, but it is a minor energy. You could feel, and it's interesting, because it's both a sword suit, okay? So entering into a new phase, but it's showing you, I call this like the less of two evil cards, because it's making a choice but not really wanting to make a choice with either of them. It's like having to do one thing but you don't really want to do that, but it's the best one out of the two, okay? But in this instance, it's leaving behind an old way, okay? Which could seem worse than what it is. Remember this energy. The whole breaking away from something that doesn't serve you anymore, it's all in the mind, guys. It could be habitual. It just because it could have been going on for quite a while, that it seems like could be potential painful situation. Remember, the Three of Swords follows this, which is disappointments, but it hasn't come up, okay? She's covering her heart chakra energy there. She's blindfolded, but it's all an illusion, okay? You don't be the Ace of Swords and the Star card when you're not going in a positive angle, okay? So, and there is the moon. So release this week, okay? It's this decision you feel like you're going to have to make isn't as half as bad, honestly, guys, because it's blessed with the Nine of Cups, which is also a wish card. This is happiness. This is balance on an emotional level. This is your karmic wish, and this is the emotional wish. I feel the universe is showing you the things you thought you were attached to, you're actually not. The people maybe you thought you were attached to, or the ideas of a situation you thought you were attached to, are not. And because you think, well, all right, I'm going to get rid of this, you get blessed on a double whammy. The universe isn't playing around. It's waiting to give you the gift. Are you spreading yourself too thin? You don't need to. Take a moment and stop. Look around. Look at all of that glory. Look at the beauty. And you'll think, why was I in that mindset? I didn't need to be. I don't need to be. Because look at the difference in energy. The outside influence now is the Nine of Pentacles. Stress over here, look. Oh no, got so much to do. Dropping them sticks. Letting things come to you. Chilled out. Although this is an outside influence, the approach or the energy from an outside source will be so much more relaxed. Maybe the decision you're making is like taking a step back from a situation or a person because they're not listening. They might just fall on deaf ears and all this sort of stuff because they're taking on too much, and you're thinking, they're not listening to me. And you think, okay, what do I do? So you get the blessing from doing that because you're honouring your soul. You're not lowering your vibration because of the choices of what somebody else is making about with their life. And then the energy relaxes anyway. You see how things turn out for the better? On a money level, if you've been struggling with, robbing Pete's paper, all that type of thing, the money's a nice card to have on a money level, the Nine of Pentacles, because the less resistance, the more you get. Okay? If you're thinking of having a clear out, give it away to charity. I don't know if you can go to charity shops. I don't think you can, but closed banks, that type of stuff. The more you give away, the more you get back also is coming to my mind, and I just say what comes into my mind when I get the intuitive nudge. So this is a wonderful card to have, but it gets better, guys, and I just feel things relax once you make a choice that you think is going to be a lot more stressful than what it really is. It really, really isn't. Stop and smell the roses here, okay? Underneath the star, this is your position. The Page of Pentacles. Fantastic. You're going places, guys. What you wish for, if it's a certain job, if it's a certain level of commitment, a dream you've always had, it's on its way. The Page is in its infancy, so don't expect like in a month's time you're gonna be the greatest version in the position that you want to be, but the enthusiasm, the opportunity presents itself. If you're going for a job interview or you're going after jobs, this could mean a job interview is on its way to you, and because it's directly underneath the star card, if you want it, there's this very, very strong possibility that you could be offered it because of the star element, because of the Nine of Cups element. But it's interesting how a small change in the mind just really kind of sets the tone for the rest of the other energy, okay? Remember this Ace of Swords. You are the Ace of Swords, taking a grip of your mind, taking control, maybe just dropping the things that you cannot control, dropping also the energies of other people's stresses that you cannot control, and it all comes in very beautifully. Double wish energy, guys. That's not stress, is it? So let's have a look and see what is coming in as an overall clarifier. It's too many. Actually, no, it's not. It's two. I'm going to read those. Ain't this wonderful? Ace of Cups. Two aces. Ace of Swords, Ace of Cups. What initially starts off as you taking your own direction in your mind ends up seeping into the heart energy, your emotional side, and you phase with regards to how you start to feel. Eight of Wands. Fast action, fast movement. So if you're waiting on a message from someone, this could be a message coming in. If you're waiting for some sort of news with regards to a job, have you got it, this, that and the other, this would be the news coming in. And there's nothing here, guys, to suggest that it's doom and gloom, okay? I mean, obviously I'm not doing a deep reading. A deep reading is individually, one-to-one. However, this is nice. This is really nice. This could also mean you studying something brand new. So the Page of Pentacles could be you literally paying for a course that you've really wanted to do, which will benefit you in the long run because it's studying, it's another string to your bow type thing. But there's so much amplification with regards to where you are, to where you're going to be. And this decision, guys, you think you're going to have to make that you think, oh, you know, it's been a certain way for a certain amount of time. It won't be as bad as you think. It won't be. Is there a word? Is there a word that your guides are wanting you to know? Let's have a look. If there isn't one, then we won't get the word. One's flipped over. The future. Isn't that beautiful? The future. This is the future. And it's good. There's a lot of progression here, guys. There is so much progression. And the Ace of Cups and the Eight of Wands as a clarifier with the future card. It's sparkly. It's in alignment. But it's come from you. Things will start to relax, especially on an external level. The stresses and things like that you could have been going through. It's like taking that breath, exhaling, and just relaxing into the feels, okay? Anyway, that is your reading. So that is very exciting. So good luck with that, guys. I will be doing another one on Tuesday evening, which is exactly the same, but in the evening, okay? There will be bits and pieces on my page also. To book in privately with me, you send me a message direct and I will get back to you with price and availability. Other than that, you take care. You enjoy your Sunday. Have a good one and I'll speak to you very soon. And as always, see you in the next video. Bye-bye.